It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, April the 27th, 2023. Brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Jose Tafoya of Muleshoe passed away Thursday, April the 20th in Dalhart. Funeral Mass was held this past Wednesday, April the 26th at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church with Father Herberto Mercado officiating. He was born August the 21st, 1958 to Jose and Luisa Ramirez Tafoya in Mexico. He married Maria Hernandez June the 14th, 1979 in Mexico as well. Jose was a man of humble beginnings. He was one of the first persons from Michoacan, Mexico, to come and live in Muleshoe. He worked all of his life to make a name for himself and set an example for his family. He was always helping others in his family and community. Jose had a big heart and was admired by many. He is preceded in death by his parents, one brother, and two sisters. Jose is survived by his wife, Maria, three sons, Miguel Angel Tafoya and his wife Cecilia of Muleshoe, Martin Tafoya and his wife Maria of San Antonio, Jose Tafoya Jr. of Muleshoe, three daughters, Elizabeth Lozano and her husband Armando of Clovis, Rosario Placencia and husband Javier of San Antonio, Maribel Tafoya of Clovis, one sister, Maria del Refugio Tafoya of Mexico, two brothers, Miguel Tafoya of Muleshoe, Victor Tafoya of Washington, and 16 grandchildren and one great-grandchild all survive Jose. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, Jose Tafoya of Muleshoe passed away on Thursday, April the 20th. His funeral mass was held earlier in the week on Wednesday, April the 26th at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. Please keep the Tafoya family on your prayer list today. Funeral service for Deborah Lemons Jones, 62 of Muleshoe, was held Tuesday earlier in the week on April the 25th at the Primitive Baptist Church here in Muleshoe with Scott Bass officiating. Deborah died Thursday, April the 20th in Lubbock. She was born June 20th, 1960 in Abernathy to D. Roy and Verla Lemons. Deborah married Donald Jones on June the 30th, 1980 in Muleshoe. She was in charge of records and sales for the Muleshoe Memorial Park Cemetery for over 25 years. Deborah loved to shop and to garden in her spare time. Plants and flowers were her passion. She had the greatest love for her grandchildren. Deborah had the kindest heart and loved her family most of all. She is preceded in death by her parents, DeRoy and Verla. Deborah is survived by her loving husband, Donald, her sons, Gary, and his wife, Renee Jones of Brownfield, and Christopher and his wife, Ashley of Muleshoe. 5 grandchildren, Gracie, Collie, Braxton, Tiffany, and Jacob. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Memorial Park Cemetery Association, 310 South Main Street, 103, Muleshoe, Texas, 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com on their website. And repeating, funeral service for Deborah Lemons Jones, 62 of Muleshoe, was held earlier this week on Tuesday, April the 25th at the Primitive Baptist Church here in Muleshoe with Scott Bass officiating. Please keep the Jones family on your prayer list today. Jose D. Olivas, 93 of Muleshoe, died on Tuesday, April the 18th here in Muleshoe. Funeral mass will be held was held last weekend on Saturday, April the 22nd at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe with Father Mercado officiating. Jose was born May the 17th, 1929 to Bernabe Olivas Venzor and Andrea Garcia Olivas in Chihuahua, Mexico. He married Maria Gonzalez Olivas in Mexico. Jose had a passion for gardening and he loved to exercise. In his younger years, he won the Duke City 5K Marathon against those in his age group. He was an avid Atlanta Braves fan. He loved to watch Chipper Jones play. He loved to attend all of his grandchildren's sporting events, making sure he did not miss a game. He was known for his huge heart and immense love for his family. Jose was also a member of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. He is preceded in death by his wife, Maria, his parents, 3 sisters and 3 brothers, 2 brother-in-laws, Jose Francisco Reyes and Norberto Diaz. Jose is survived by a son, Jose, and his wife Rachel Olivas of Muleshoe, daughters Andrea and husband Manuel Gonzalez of Muleshoe, Yolanda Reyes of Muleshoe, Sylvia Diaz of Muleshoe, and Araceli and husband Jose Diaz of also of Muleshoe, Laura Esparza of Muleshoe, Beatrice Olivas of Muleshoe, 14 grandchildren, 33 great-grandchildren, and 7 great-great-grandchildren also survive him. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program, 300 South 1st Street, Suite 110, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com on their website. Please keep the family of Jose D. Olivas, 93 of Muleshoe, on your prayer list today. He died Tuesday, April the 18th. Well, you are invited next week to swing by Dell Oil Company, 413 West American Boulevard, as they will be celebrating 50 years in business right here in Muleshoe. Wednesday, May the 3rd, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. They'll have cakes and cookies and some drinks to help celebrate 50 years in business at Dell Oil Company. We'll be there with our camera and do a short interview with Gary and Glenda and Mike and Leslie and whoever else we can catch and talk about the history of their family and 50 years of Dell Oil Company right here in Muleshoe. And again, that's at 413 West American Boulevard. Everyone, of course, is invited. A huge congratulations goes out to Jonathan Valencia, as a large group of MHS students qualified and competed in the Region 1 UIL academic meet this past weekend at Abilene Christian University. But only one of them, Jonathan Valencia, moves on to the state academic UIL academic meet. He placed second in current issues and events at the regionals and now qualifies to compete at the state UIL academic meet, which will take place next month in May in Austin. So congratulations once again to Jonathan Valencia, and good luck in the state UIL academic meet in current issues and events. Don't forget, you can donate now still to the Muleshoe Opportunity Scholarship Trust, the MOST Scholarship. They give every MHS graduate a $500 MOST scholarship to a post-secondary institution trade school of his or her choice. And the MOST scholarship is only made possible through your contributions, honorariums, gifts, and memorials. You can mail your donation for this year's MOST scholarship to MOST Scholarship in care of Muleshoe ISD, 514 West Avenue G, Muleshoe, Texas, 79347. And, of course, all of your donations are fully tax deductible. Again, mail your MOST Scholarship donation now to the MOST Scholarship in care of Muleshoe ISD, 514 West Avenue G, Muleshoe, Texas, 79347. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so stay tuned. This edition of the Muletrain is brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Here in Muleshoe at the original Leal's, 1010 West American Boulevard, they have a new bar with a bar menu that includes domestic beers, priced very affordably, including Coors for $3.50, Miller Lite $3.50, Bud Light $3.75, Budweiser $3.75, Michelob Ultra $3.50, and Shinerbach $3.75. In their import beer menu, Corona is $4, Tecate is $2.75, Modelo $4, Modelo is special $4, Dos Equis is $4. Pacifico, $4.25. Victoria is $4.25. Corona Premier is $4. On their mixed drinks, the Sangria Swirl, marked at $9 now. Beer Ritas, $11.50. Sangria, $8. Sangria Wine, $8. Strawberry Margaritas, frozen or on the rocks, $8.50. Mango Margarita, frozen or on the rocks, $8.50. House Margarita, frozen or on the rocks, only $8. And the Micheladas with any beer is $8.50. That's the brand new bar menu available now when they're open at Leal's Mexican Restaurant, 1010 West American Boulevard. Victor, Debbie, Angelica, all their employees say come down and try their new bar menu available now at Leal's, the original Leal's, right here in Muleshoe, 1010 West American Boulevard. Also at the original Leal's, join them every Saturday evening there at the restaurant 1010 West American Boulevard for live musical entertainment and great drink and food specials going on every Saturday evening at the original Leal's, 1010 West American Boulevard. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center reminds you to get vaccinated. Muleshoe, for you, your family, your community, and your country, and you can get vaccinations for anything through the Muleshoe Area Medical Center and their clinics. Call today for an appointment, 806-272-4524. Also, they remind you you can continue your recovery close to home through the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. If you or a loved one needs more time to heal after an illness, injury, or surgery, the Swing Bed program at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center can help. Call the Swing Bed coordinator at 806-272-4524 or go to their website, muleshoehospital.com/recovery for more information. Well, it is time now for the weather forecast brought to you today by Gil-Am Advertising Channel 6. We are looking for a sponsor for our program, so please, if you, your business, your organization, your church can sponsor our weather program, we would greatly appreciate it. Call my cell phone, 806-566-5881, to sponsor our weather forecast and keep it going here on the Muletrain News Program. Well, we've had quite a frustrating run of several days as we've had big chances for moisture and thunderstorms, but just nothing has panned out for the Muleshoe area, as we'll have a storm roll up and get close, and we'll get nothing but dust and wind. We did get 3/100ths of an inch of rain the night before last. That brings our yearly total for 2023 to right around 64/100ths an inch of rain. So not even a full inch of rain so far on the year, only about 0.6 of an inch of rain through 2023 here nearly to the end of April. But keep rain on your prayer list and keep your fingers crossed, as we'll have some more chances coming up in the next 7 days in our forecast. Today, Thursday for Muleshoe, this afternoon, sunny, high near 76 degrees. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, then mostly clear. Tonight, low around 41. Showers likely on Friday, increasing clouds with a steady temperature only around 44 degrees. So get ready. It's going to get cold again tomorrow during the day as a cold front will come up. But luckily with that, we'll have a chance of rain. Windy with a north wind 25 to 35 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 60% for Muleshoe. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch are possible. So that doesn't sound good. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 a.m. Friday night. Mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly clear. Low around 32. So we'll touch the freezing point Friday night one more time. It's been rather cold every night this past few nights, and that will continue through Friday night, as our low again will be 32. Sunny, high near 72 for Saturday to begin the weekend. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, mostly clear Saturday night. Low around 39. North winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming south Saturday evening. Saturday night, mostly clear. mostly clear with a low around 40. Monday, sunny, high near 78. Monday night, mostly cloudy, low around 44. Then Tuesday, a slight chance of showers, partly sunny, high near 78. Tuesday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low around 48. Wednesday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, high near 79. And that's our weather forecast for the next 7 days. Again, pray for rain. Keep your fingers crossed as we desperately need it right here in Muleshoe. Well, it's about to get really busy up in the schools for the end of the year programs, and we should start off next week as we'll have the athletic banquet on May the 4th, Thursday evening up at high school. Then we'll tell you more about the Fine Arts Festival. Will be Friday, May the 5th at the Bailey County Coliseum. We'll tell you more about that here in just a few moments. MHS Prom will be at the end of the next week on Saturday, May the 13th at the Desert Rose. Then the next Monday, May 15th, they'll have Watson Junior High Awards program at 9 a.m. Then that evening at the Carrie Moore Auditorium also at MHS Senior Spotlight at 6 p.m. We'll try to film that, but there will be a city council meeting that we'll have to live stream at 5:30 on that same day, so we'll see what happens. DeShazo Awards program will be at the Carrie Moore Auditorium at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, May the 16th. Wednesday, May the 17th at 9 a.m., the MHS Awards program that, of course, will be there to film. That will also be the naming of the valedictorian and salutatorian for the 2023 MHS class. Dillman Awards Day will be all day at Dillman Elementary there in the cafeteria on Thursday, May the 18th. Then MHS graduation will take place the morning of Saturday, May the 20th at the Benny Douglas Football Stadium. It will begin at 9:30 a.m., and if everything goes correctly, we will be live streaming that MHS commencement ceremony. Also, thanks to Belinda Head for inviting us well in advance to the Academic Excellence Awards program at MHS. And again, that is Wednesday, May the 17th at 9 a.m. And we'll include at the end of that program the naming of the valedictorian and salutatorian of the MHS class of 2023. As we said before, the Fine Arts Fiesta, sponsored by the MHS Fine Arts Booster Club, will be Friday, May the 5th from 5 until 8 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. This is next week. They'll have MHS art, music, live performances, game booths, prizes, face painting, lots of food, including tacos and a full concession stand. Some of the stands that will be in operation will be a beanbag toss, cornhole, darts, face painting, baseball toss, bowling game, plinko, pick a duck, water coin drop, gone fishing, find the ball, shell game, soda ring toss, fishbowl toss, cakewalk, instrument ring toss, put the shoe on the mule, toy car race. They'll have a putting green there, snow cones, cotton candy, popcorn, a concession stand, what's in the box stand, an instrument petting zoo, and color with me, and also a photo booth. And that is all going on the end of next week, Friday, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, from 5 until 8 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum, the Fine Arts Fiesta, and we'll be there to film that entire event. So look for it later at the end of next week. A big congratulations goes out to the Lady Mules softball team as they won over Denver City last Saturday, 17-6, and clinched their spot at 4th in the district to go on into the playoffs. And in the district, the final standings for 3A softball, Lamesa is 8-0. Brownfield is 6-3 in second place. Littlefield is third place at 5-4. And the Lady Mules clinch fourth place at 2-6 in the district to go on to by district action. Denver City is last place at 5th at 0-8. The Lady Mules by district game will be in Pecos versus Presidio. It will be a one-game playoff by district round Friday, April the 28th. That is tomorrow, Friday, April the 28th. The first pitch will be at 7 p.m. Again, the Lady Mules by district softball game versus Presidio will be a one-game playoff game Friday, April the 28th. First pitch at 7 p.m., and that will be at Pecos. Well, we're sad that the Mules did not make the playoffs, as the standings as of today in 3A baseball are Denver City first at 7-1, Brownfield second place at 4-3, Littlefield third place at 4-3, and Lamesa in fourth place at 3-4. And those are the four that will move on into the playoffs. The Mules come in at 0-7 in district action, but they still have one more game versus the rival Littlefield Wildcats. It will be this Saturday, April the 29th, with the varsity's first pitch at noon, and JV will follow at 2:30 p.m. So good luck to the Mules, and maybe they can end the softball or the baseball season on a high note by beating Littlefield this coming Saturday, April the 29th at Littlefield. First pitch will be noon for varsity, and JV will follow at 2:30. Well, make sure to look at your TV screen or your computer screen. As rotating are the Bailey County Senior Citizen Sponsor of the Week, the Sergio Leal family. You can see Sergio and Tracy pictured there with a couple of their grandkids. And riding and keeping up with our seniors, all about the business of helping others, is titled the story by Carolyn Johnson Turner. She writes about Sergio and Tracy Leal. Speak the name Leal's, and the mind immediately goes to thoughts of wonderful Mexican food, fresh tortillas, and salsa. But to those of us who live in Muleshoe, Texas, thoughts also go to the wonderful Leal family. Jesse Leal and Irma Anzaldúa both grew up in Mercedes, Texas. Jesse did migrant work and followed a potato broker from the valley to Muleshoe, where he worked with Barrett Produce. In 1955, Jesse married Irma, and she joined him in Muleshoe. Irma realized after being there a short time that no one was making Mexican food or fresh tortillas. She shared her idea with Jesse to open a tortilla factory. They had saved $750 because they needed a bigger house. But instead of a larger home, Jesse and Irma spent the money on a tortilla machine. This led to the new opening of a restaurant in 1957 here in Muleshoe called Leal's. Jesse and Irma's family soon grew to include 6 children: Hector, Alma, Victor, Laura, Sergio, and Abel. After a humble beginning in Muleshoe, the Leals opened restaurants in Muleshoe, Monahans, Littlefield, Lubbock, Plainview, Amarillo, and 2 in Clovis, New Mexico. Their staff now numbers over 300, and they continue to have a tortilla factory in Muleshoe that ships not only in Texas, but Oklahoma, Colorado, in New Mexico. All 6 of the children have agreed to be a sponsor of the week for the Bailey County Senior Citizen Center. As thrilled as we are to hear this, It was no surprise to us. The Leals have always appreciated and given back to this community. Every child of the Leals were successful in their own right, and today we begin with Sergio Leal. It's been said the world is a stage where each is cast to play his own role. No one knows that better than Sergio Leal. Like his brothers and sisters before him, he grew up in the family restaurant. He learned very early from his parents and older siblings that some things could be inherited, but a good reputation, trust, respect, and wages must all be earned. Sergio admitted he had worked in the family business his entire life, with the exception of one summer where he chose to go out and chop weeds and hoe cotton. He said he found out that the outdoor labor was really hard work, and he decided rolling tortillas wasn't such a bad job after all. Sergio graduated from Muleshoe High School in 1986. He then moved to Whitesboro, where he helped Victor in his restaurant there until 1991. It was there that he met his wife, Tracy, from Sherman, Texas. Tracy and Sergio moved back to Muleshoe in August of 1991 and took over ownership of the tortilla factory, which they still own and operate today. Sergio told me that he loved growing up in Muleshoe. It was here that he learned the importance of strong, close-knit family ties. He said his mom and dad stressed to all the kids that their children that their word should have value and they should never forget their community, which so graciously helped them and helped them get their start. He said he heard many times, always be about the business of helping people. That can be seen every day in Sergio's life. He has been very active in so many community events. He has served on the MISD school board, has been a member of various service organizations. He began as a leader of a prayer service in the Anglican Church. He became deacon of this church in January of 1998 and then became an ordained priest in November of 1998. He is still serving as priest to this day. The love for this community and its people was evident as I talked to Sergio. He recalled Mrs. Finley, his third grade teacher, and Mrs. Beth Skipworth, his fifth grade teacher, whom he said were major influences in his life. He also told of several coaches who were good role models to him. He praised all of the employees from this area who had worked at the various Leal's establishments as well. Without their contribution and hard work, we wouldn't have what we have today, he said. He also praised many of his friends, parents, whom he respected and learned from. These include Jose and Dora Triana, the Vila family, the Ambrose family, the Lopez family, the Max King family, the Joe King family. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Sergio agrees as he credits so many friends and family who were there to help him along. Sergio and Tracy have 5 children: Alyssa, Eli, Jesse, Luke, and Grace. They have 4 grandchildren from Alyssa and 1 from Eli. Yes, the world is a stage where each is cast to play his own role. Sergio Leal's role has been one of true leadership. When a leader talks, people listen. When a leader acts, people watch. What a pleasure it has been hearing you and watching you grow from a starry-eyed kid to such a well-respected leader. Our Bailey County Senior Center is the most appreciative of the help and support that you have given to their cause. Well, they are blessed to have you in this community, and that is front riding Carolyn Johnson Turner in the Keeping Up with Our Seniors, all about the business of helping others. The Bailey County Senior Center sponsor of the week, Sergio and Tracy Leal and their family. Well, The Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program needs volunteers to run routes for the Meals on Wheels program. It's just once a week, and it won't take more than 45 minutes to an hour to run one of the routes. You can see Judy Kaufman, who's with the Bailey County Office of the Aging, in the southernmost office in the courthouse, or you can call her at 806-272-3647. Again, the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program needs drivers to run routes. Call Judy Kaufman, 806-272-3647, or see her in her office, the southernmost door on the west side of the building at the Bailey County at the Bailey County Courthouse. On your prayer list today, remember please Nancy Wallace, Linda Stovall, Missy Spratling, Colleen Saylor, Mandy Whitaker, Cleta Robertson, Chad Nichols, Eddie Morris, Bernie Martz, Kelly Lawrence, Roby Kelton, Jonathan Flores, Renee Copley, and Sarah, her daughter, Randy Burris, Joe Bledsoe. Please continue to pray for rain here in the Muleshoe area. We desperately need rain. Keep on your prayer list Robert Alanis, Lonnie Lawrence, Mark and Martha Powellman. Kearney Scoggin needs to be on your prayer list today. Kathy Richards, the sister of Lori Bells. Lewis Wayne and Wanda Schaefer, who are new residents at the Parkview Nursing Care Center. Keep Haley Hamilton on your prayer list today, along with Mom Magann Reynolds. We all always covet your prayers for Mom. Keep on your prayer list Rowena Myers and Cliff Black, Terry Bowers, and Suzanne Nichols, Cyrus Dell, Jerry Bruden, who's a new resident of the Parkview Nursing Care Center as well, along with Carrie and Pat Moore, who are new residents at the Parkview. Keep on your prayer list Norris Conklin, who's in a nursing home over in Clovis. Remember Sam Dameron, who has been moved back to Muleshoe and is a resident of the Parkview Nursing Care Center. So good to have Sam Dameron back in Muleshoe. Keep Bertha and Larry Combs on your prayer list. Tyrone Clemens, John Blackwell, Olivia Barrera, Tina Castillo, and Julie Cage need to be on your prayer list today, along with Ed and Carol Cox, former Muleshoe residents. They now live in the Houston area, but Ed is in a nursing home, so please continue to remember Ed and Carol Cox on your prayer list today. Wanda Cockerham, Joe Jinks, Betty Noble, who's recently been in the hospital a couple times recently. Dorothy Wire needs to be on your prayer list. Tom and Linda Watson, Melba King, Judy Griswold. Keep the family and friends who have recently lost a loved one, like the family of Jose D. Olivas. Remember the family of Deborah Jones. Also the family of Jose Tafoya. And continue to remember the family of Mike Jones on your prayer list today. Well, it's about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs, along with our older archived ones over the past decade, free of charge on demand on our website, MuleshoeTV.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the front page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. We'll hear from sailplane guru Bert Compton in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Just about every glider pilot in the world knows about Marfa and its thermal updrafts, which provided the means to set distance and altitude records for sailplanes. Most of those pilots know Bert Compton, who spends a lot of time at the Marfa Airport.
I built all this hangar, 3 hangars here on Marfa Airport. It's Marfa Gliders Soaring Center.
In 1960, Marfa was the site of an international soaring meet that attracted glider pilots from all over the world. Bert has flown 70 different types of gliders in 93 different places. He offers glider rides to the public.
I love sharing it. A lot of people have never been up in a small airplane or a glider, and we just circle on up and fly like an eagle. Sometimes when I fly with the Hawks and the Eagles out here, they'll join my updraft and circle with me, and they look over at me and come up kind of close, which is a great honor to a soaring pilot. I find it first. Normally we look for the birds. Oh, he's got an updraft. This time they come to me. It's a beautiful thing.
Bert writes monthly articles for Soaring Magazine.
The only book I wrote, and it's in its 7th printing, is How to Fly the Tow Plane. The only book ever written about how to do that safely.
Bert's dad, Fritz Compton, was a pilot with 39,000 hours of flying time. Bert learned to fly gliders sitting behind his dad, watching how he did it.
It's a beautiful scene when you're up there and floating on those long, graceful wings. We're not hang gliders. We're not kites. We're fully certified FAA aircraft, wingspans of 58 to 72 feet, big, long wings, fully enclosed cockpit. And we get up there and we look out there after we thermal up. It's a fantastic view. And it's just like floating on the air, looking around. I never get tired of it. I've been doing it all my life.
He feels quite at home in his hangar, which is filled with photos, memorabilia, and other items having to do with the history of soaring.
I'm downsizing a little bit. I've got 3 hangars and 9 aircraft and all this stuff. And I want it to go into to the right people who really, really appreciate the books, the memorabilia, the gliders themselves.
Bert Compton of Marfa. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.